This is where we do jokes. This is a section where we do jokes. It's kind of comic relief.
Okay.
So this is a topical joke about the flight, but you just read it. You don't read ahead.
Oh, no?
You can if you want.
Malaysian Flight 370 is still missing. You know where they're going to find it? The last place they look. The pilot's last words, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane. That could be, yeah, that could be. You're giving me these great jokes, okay. Here's what I've learned. You beat up and toss one 19-year-old Hispanic hooker out of a moving car, and they never let you forget it. Isn't that true? That is funny.
That's both funny and true.
That's too dirty. Let's do a nice joke to clean it up.
Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff... You should let me read this ahead. Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff his cock in them. Oh, wait, that's just assholes. It didn't get a laugh, but I'm laughing. That's very funny.
Well, this Lindsay Lohan can't swim a stroke, but she sure knows every dive in town.
That one I liked. That was my favorite. I'm keeping this.
That is a favorite?
I read a story. A 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical, right?
Makes sense, right? There you go. How to make it.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
Almost ahead of his time.
Oh, come on, man.
I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold, but then I realized it meant getting back at somebody.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
just
is
reading
this
it
show.
to myself.
This show is so high quality that we take jokes from the dustbins.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See? Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against.
Accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
It's a good chance. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's
You
a
have?
fantastic
Yeah.
documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That
Unwatchable.
I actually did. I liked it. The DVD commentary.
This one's more like a factoid.
Danny DeVito looks like one of those guys with a short but thick penis.
Right? He has to have the thickest fucking cock.
It's true.
This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and he had to cut his own cock off. Oh my God.
What about this? This is what you were talking about earlier, 42.
I love the movie 42. It's Chadwick Boseman like you've never seen him before. Of course, you've never seen him before. I get that.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone in Germany stole 5 metric tons of Nutella Police haven't arrested anyone yet, but they are questioning Gunther Hogsbargen, the 700-pound man that smells like chocolate and hazelnuts, who guards the new cellar storage system. That's funny.
Larry, you'll like this.
It wasn't too bad.
Amanda Bynes is a lush blonde who's quickly turning into a blonde lush. See, I tend to laugh at my own. If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatilo, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, that was not your lucky day.
No.
The Al-Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
So they're not all bad, you know?
I crack up when I see a funny joke and I hear it. You know.
China's government has reported they have lost over 28,000 rivers in the past decade.
That's weird.
That is weird.
My theory is they sold it into the sordid world of underground river sex trafficking.
That's a really good punchline. A very suspect premise.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
I spoke to Johnny.
Oh,
He loved
this
it.
is all right?
Yes. He
I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
A new study shows that most men can identify a gay man by his face alone. It's the face that's buried in another man's asshole.
It's about your friend.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but Bill Maher is giving away the solution to all our problems for free. He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses.
I feel that could be in your act almost.
Any of these could be in my act, and they will be. Tomorrow is National Secretary's Day.
Which is true.
Is that right? I plan on getting my secretary the same thing I always do, a big fat goosing.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something. Yeah. Are these left over from when you did updates? Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egat. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. Is it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?" Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris is cock. It's on his dick. Go get it.
It's there the whole time, man.
Playboy magazine has done away with the nude photo layouts altogether. In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether.
Oh man.
That's a sort of radio DJ joke, I feel.
The way you
know
the
what I
way
mean?
you
We have to
your
deliver
voice,
it
yeah,
down,
yeah,
right?
delivered it.
In other words,
amazing.
they've eliminated ladies in the altogether. Altogether. Here's Taylor Swift.
When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right. You know, you ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
Do you diet sometimes?
I know, but do you
go on diets and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so this is sort of a diet joke a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Boy, was it hot outside today. I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love
Wait,
Bobby
stop.
laughs.
welcome Norm MacDonald, everybody. You, Norm. They love you. They love you. No, you. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You're making Norm nervous now. He's getting nervous now. But it's great to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, I know, man. I used to have it when you used to do the Drew Carey. What?
Give him a chance.
No, listen. Before you, there's a Craig. Craig used to be on a show called the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you did the show right next door. You had the Norm MacDonald show right next door.
And then I remember you were like, we had trailers, and I'd always be in my trailer. I like to go to my trailer and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then you'd be in your trailer, and you'd be writing movies, and then directing movies, and then you'd be writing books.
Yeah. It was because I was trying to not smoke.
But people are waylaid by your laid-back image. They don't realize what a furnace of ambition you are.
Hey, that's true. I am. I zig when they zag. That's what it is. Yeah. Listen, it's good. You don't smoke anymore. You look like healthy. You
no, I quit smoking. Yeah, I read that on the side of the thing.
What did you say? It's dangerous?
It can kill you.
No!
Yeah, I realized like I was smoking all the time, and it's like you smoke and you don't even get high. And
well, you can't. They're not mutually exclusive. You can get high and smoke. It's not like you have to make a choice.
No, I'm saying the cigarettes do not.
Get you high.
Yeah.
Well, you can. There's a substance you can put in them though if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do drugs or alcohol.
Neither do I.
You used to be. I thought you were alcoholic.
Norm.
No, but that's cool because you're recovering.
Well, slowly, yeah. In fact, one of the heaviest nights I ever had drinking was at the Crazy Horse striptease in Adelaide in South Australia there.
I'll tell you about booze, though. I never drank. I drank 3 times in my life, and the second time I drank, I was like 17, and I was in a bar, and I was drinking, and then a guy handed me these pills, and I ate them, and I drank, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then I blacked out.
This is going perfectly so far, yeah.
So then I woke up, and this is only my second time drinking. I woke up, and I was in a rehab. And what had happened is I had a guy that was an actual alcoholic like you.
Oh, yeah.
Befriended me when I was all crazy drunk, and we each checked into the rehab, and then they took my clothes, and they only gave me a robe.
For one night?
3 nights, I had to stay.
I had to drink for 15 years before I got that. You're a really fast learner. Well, do you think you stopped because you thought, oh, this stuff's dangerous for me then? I better not get involved in this.
Yeah, I don't like things where you take them and then you vomit. Like, you know,
I wish I'd met you when I was younger, man. You're gonna talk me right out of it.
Well, like if I ate a ham sandwich and I threw up for 4 hours, I'd never eat a ham sandwich again.
You make a decent point. You should go around rehabs telling people this.
Yeah.
That's good. You look in shape, though, man. You used to be quite thin, but you look kind of like you've been working out and stuff. Have you been working out?
My abs, you mean?
Sure, yeah. Have you been working out? Have you got one of them ab things? You know, like that?
Those like those crunches?
Yeah, like a crunch machine.
Oh, well, mostly I work on my latissimus dorsi.
I don't speak the French, pal, so you're going to have to take me through it.
They're the back muscles.
Oh,
you know where you go like this? Yeah, and then your back, like wings come up?
Yeah. You're growing wings? You're working out so much you're growing wings?
Yeah, so I look like a griffin about to pounce.
Wow, you're scaring me, Norm. You used to be so mild-mannered. Now you're like a roided-up gym rat.
No, I've never worked out in my life.
Never once? I did it 3 times, but I blacked out and woke up in a rehab. That was a good time when you were there, though. Who else? Artie Lang was working on the show.
Yeah, the great Artie Lang was there.
He's terrific. How's he doing? Is he all right?
He's doing all right.
All right. I'm a big fan of Artie Lang. Yeah. You still friendly with him?
Yeah.
You tell him I said hi?
I will, absolutely.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Do you still do Howard's show as well? Do you do
heroin? What?
Howard, Howard Stern. Oh, do you do heroin? do you do heroin? Did you do heroin tonight? You don't do heroin.
I do the Howard Stern show.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Do you do? I didn't mean do you do Howard as in, you know what I mean? No, I mean.
Yeah, no, he's hard to do, because he'll like hypnotize you. Have you done the show?
I did it once. Yeah, I listened to the show though. I'm a fan of Howard Stern.
Yeah.
I think
he's a great man.
Wow, he's very interesting.
But when he speaks to you, and also you're in a little close place, and you don't realize people are listening, and sometimes you say something quite revealing.
Yeah, I know. What, like you do heroin, that kind of thing? Because that's going to make the websites tomorrow, Norm, I tell you.
No, I've never done drugs. I've always been, you know what saved me from everything? Oh, look, it's Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeff Pearson right there.
Jazz hands.
All right, let's see him, man. Let's see the jazz hands. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a very disappointing appliance. Have you ever bought an appliance you thought was going to be thrilling and it's actually disappointing?
Oh, yeah, I bought a toaster.
Yeah, well, that's a very similar idea. Yeah, in fact, the toaster's more useful.
Whoa!
Yeah, his head moves.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Do it again. Move your head. Yeah, there you go. You want to get one of those?
Yeah, he's got the comic timing of a young Fred Allen. No, he's got the comic timing of a young Sid James.
Sid James? I love Sid James.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, but well, not anymore.
Did you ever see Carry On Camping?
Yes, of course. I grew up on those movies. Well, of course, you're Canadian. You'll have seen those movies.
Yeah, I love all those movies.
Yeah, there were a lot of, they were like camp, kind of raunchy British comedies from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Lots of people going, ooh, what's that? You know?
Yeah. Like a lady would walk in with 2 melons.
Yeah, she'd go like Mike Myers did a bunch of that when he was doing the Austin Powers. He was doing a lot of, melon and fruit-related comedy, which I had seen in the Carry On.
But didn't you find the Carry On films as a child very arousing?
Yes. Yes. When you see attractive women walking around with melons, it's like walking around a Crazy Horse striptease saloon in Adelaide. Hey, listen, Norm, we're completely out of time. So let's do a awkward pause or mouth organ. What would you prefer?
Oh, you got a mouth organ?
I got one for you, Sailor. Sure. You, can you play?
No, I can't play, but I can sing a Bob Dylan song.
All right, do it. Can you sing and have the organ in your mouth at the same time? Because that's a trick I've only seen done once before. It was a few years ago in Australia.
Wait, are you ready?
Yeah, the other side.
Wait, is it this side?
Yeah, the side with the hole. Yeah. Whoa! Slow down! Oh. You're going at it like you hate it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think Morgan Freeman will have a snake cup at his house.
Oh, really? Maybe he already has one. Maybe he got given one as a gift by one of his friends.
I want you to give me a snake cup.
I'll give you a snake cup, young lady, yeah.
Oh, dirty man. Dirty Craig, dirty Craig.
I am not dirty. I said I'd give you a snake cup, and you will receive one, and you will enjoy it.
Bet I will.
You would.
Bet I would.
You would.
As well.
Well, what would you prefer?
I prefer to have both my arms and have a movie made about myself.
But what's the movie going to be about? Some chick with 2 arms? Who cares about that?
It'll be about some chick with a snake cup.
Yeah, but that's not the type of movie you want people to see.
Or is it?
I don't know. I find it very difficult to talk to you.
Is it the shoulder?
No, it's not the shoulder. Well, the shoulder's part of it.
What's the other part?
All the other parts.
Blushing a little bit.
No, you're not.
Blushing on the side.
No, you're not. No.
How do you know I'm not?
Because I know you, and you don't blush easy. You do that with your chin.
He anchors the Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live, and he has recently quit the nasty habit of smoking. Norm MacDonald. Norm! Now, you're a young iconoclast, Norm. You know, the kids, they get you.
What? I was going to wear a suit, and I
don't need to. I like this whole D.B. Cooper look for you, man. This is... Now,
is he the guy that jumped out of the plane?
No. He's married to Alice Cooper. Now, the thing remember you wrote for my first talk show?
Yeah, you gave me my
and
first
I used
job.
to come in the room, and you and Drake Sather had no lights on. It was like some fucking Anton LaVey Satan cult in there, and you guys used to turn out the sickest jokes ever, and everybody was always smoking. Then I see you on Saturday Night Live during the opening credits, and one of the things I like about you is you're completely unfiltered on that show. You'll say anything, and I saw in the picture you had a cigarette in your mouth. This guy just doesn't give a shit. So I asked you to come on. I find out you pussed out on me and quit smoking. What is that all about?
No, because it's bad for you. They have these fucking things on the side. You have to read the fine print where it says it's bad.
Now, when did you first start smoking?
I started smoking when I was a kid, like when I was, I think I was like 14, and I thought, I'll look really cool like if I start smoking, because I didn't get along with anybody. So I started smoking. Wouldn't you know it, I did look cool. All of a sudden, all these broads like me and everything. Not broads, but ladies, girls, women. And it was hard though, man, because I was guilty about it all the time I smoked, because I always thought, I always knew it was bad for me, you know? Like, even though some guys will say that it's good because their uncle lived long or something and he smoked, and they'll go, hey, what about, that old guy, Bert Mustin, what about that guy, And then he just because he lived long, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's just one guy. You can't, just because Bert Mustin lived long, you're all of a sudden...
You did your master's thesis on this, didn't you? Now, did people bother you a lot when you're smoking? Were people pissed off when...
Yeah, people don't like when you smoke, They're bothered, like... I gotta admit, though, secondhand smoke is bad. Like, I don't like... When I smoked, I didn't like secondhand smoke. Yeah. I like that first-hand smoke, because you get to suck it right out of the cigarette, And the second-hand... Any fucking thing that's already been ingested by someone is not as good, You know what I mean? Like a pork sandwich is delicious, but after a digested pork sandwich, that's fucking shit.
You can't fight that logic, Norman. You cannot? Do you think advertising brings kids to smoking? There's a lot of fight with the Joe Camel thing. Do you think they really?
Yeah, definitely they got it. Because the thing is this. The advertisers, they got to go after kids because they're not going to get adults. Like, there's not going to be a 50-year-old guy going, hey, I should start smoking. That goddamn camel. Look at him. They got to get little children.
Joe Camel.
Yeah.
That's a frightening-looking beast.
He looks like a cock. I read it. Yeah. I didn't make this up.
And I know you don't mind first-hand cock, but...
You don't know that. Don't say that. I know how this stuff happens, man. Because a buddy of mine worked on Saturday Night Live, and he said he was a fag once as a joke. And then he said everybody comes up to him and saying, "Are you a fag?" Gay man? I mean.
Show about smoking. They thought you meant the British word for cigarette. All right.
Exactly. Can I bum a fag? That's what they say in England.
Where else? All right.
The thing about Joe Camel looking like a cock, Dennis.
Oh, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Thanks for bringing me back.
Is this is what I've noticed. He doesn't even look like a fucking camel. He looks so much like a cock. Because you know how it's usually subliminal?
Yeah.
Where you have to find the cock, right? This character, you have to find the goddamn camel.
Yeah, believe me, when you only get 2 humps out of a cock, it's not worth smoking. All right, now, line 2, we got a phone call for you. Although I can't believe they'd still be on the line after this departure. Line 2, we've got Beverly from Middletown, Ohio. Beverly?
Yeah, hi, Dennis. Hi, Norm.
Hi, you didn't know my name, I don't think.
Yes, I did. I watched Saturday Night.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it when Dennis was on it.
I watch Dennis every Friday.
Get out of here. You're great at that, man. You're great at this. You know why? Because you don't give a shit about Dennis. You know what I mean? It's like the best thing you can do. Whenever I'd go on, they'd go, what's it like following Chevy? And I like Chevy. He makes me laugh. What the fuck do I think about Chevy? I'm trying to make a living here.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I see you, I know you're thinking the same thing. Like, screw Dennis. I'm killing. Okay, anyway, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, since nicotine is such an addictive drug, do you think someday you'll have to have a prescription to buy a pack of cigarettes?
Well, you know, they always bring up the Constitution and talk about how we should still have the right to a militia and all that. But let's face facts, this country was built on tobacco growers. So, you know, if you're going to start changing, if you're not going to change one thing because it comes from way back then, you can't change this either. There are farmers out there who make a living. Tobacco is one of the crops that got this country going. So, no, I don't think they'll ever make it illegal.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't make it illegal. I know.
I think Norm's backing me up on that. What motivated you to quit?
Well, I guess I read this thing about how it was like a phallic symbol, and that my doctor went in. He said, you probably have an oral fixation, which you know what that means. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So that's why I always smoke like cigarettes instead of cigars, because if I'm gonna have I like a little white thin cock, you know?
Are we back to cocks again, huh? I go away to Ohio, Middletown, the center of the universe, to take a nice clean call, and then I space out. I'm thinking, I can't listen to Norm for a second. I gotta get a time cue here. I come back and you're talking about having a thin white cock in your
I don't have a thin white cock. In my cock, you mean?
No.
In my mouth. No, you misunderstand. What I'm saying is this. I'm just saying
don't make the mistake of thinking I fucking listen to you.
I just want to make it clear about that cock thing. I was just saying, if I ever was gay, if they suddenly made it mandatory or something, then I would choose the smallest cock, and I would like a guy that came fast. I don't know. I thought the subject was cock.
No, cocks is next week.
I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Live from Toronto at the Sony Center, it's the 4th Annual Canadian Screen Awards with your host, Norm MacDonald, featuring Martin Short, Jay Baruchel, Rick Mercer, Emily Van Camp, Eugene Levy, Jacob Tremblay, Catherine O'Hara, Christopher Plummer, and Donald Sutherland. Now, please welcome Norm MacDonald.
Thank you and good evening. I'm Norm MacDonald, and I could not be more excited to be here. You know, when I was asked to host the Canadian Screen Awards, I called my good friend Chris Rock, and I said to him, I've got some great news, Chris. I'm going to Canada, and he said, I've got some great news too. I'm hosting the Oscars. What are you doing in Canada? And I said, visiting some family, friends. The usual. We're coming to you live from Toronto, or as you cost-cutting location scouts call it, New York City. Look at this beautiful crowd, though. Isn't it something? Dashing men. That sounded like Bobo. Look at this beautiful crowd, though, folks. Dashing men in black ties, sophisticated women in elegant gowns, and tonight, all of you are going to hear the word shits about 100 times. Never has there been such an assembly of great Canadian talent in a single location that did not have to be zambonied first. Tonight, the CSAs are being seen in over 50 countries. Isn't that exciting? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Don't wait. I misread that. 50 counties. And a couple of regional municipalities. We are here to celebrate nominees for their wonderful work in Canadian cinema and television, which is a lot like celebrating the Northern Lights. You probably haven't seen them, but you've heard they're amazing. We were worried people would record the show and they'd just fast forward to the good parts, as is the want these days. So we have put a plan in place to prevent that from happening. We have decided to not have any good parts. I'm doing my part. But no, that's not true. We have a lot to celebrate in our industry. Amongst the TV shows nominated tonight are Amazing Race Canada, Big Brother Canada, Master Chef Canada. Where do they come up with these ideas? We are honored to have the great Christopher Plummer here tonight. Mr. Plummer is nominated for Remember, the story of a man who at age 90 sets out to kill the Nazi who murdered his family. And I thought I left things to the last minute. But it's been a wonderful year for Canada. It's been a especially great year for one little guy, one adorable little Canadian youngster who's already accomplished so much. Of course, you know who I'm talking about, Justin Trudeau. Hasn't he had a wonderful year? No, I'm kidding. I was misdirecting you. I'm talking about Jacob Tremblay. Jacob is up for Best Actor, and he will be competing against the aforementioned Christopher Plummer. You know, Jacob is only 9 years old. Christopher Plummer, 86 years old. But they have a couple of things in common. One, the deep love of their craft. And two, they are both up way past their bedtimes. And tonight, the Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented to Mr. Martin Short. It's the Academy's way of saying, thank you so much, we've had enough. Well, Don Riddle. As a friend, it's over. Ingenue Ellis is here tonight. Absolutely. She has done some powerful work in the Book of Negroes, which tells the story of a woman confronting the tragic legacy of racism in 18th century America. Oh, did I mention on the show Sunnyside I play a talking manhole? That doesn't mean it's better, it's just different. Ross of Sutherland is here, nominated for his role in River. And he is here with his iconic father, Donald Sutherland, who has come to support his son. Not to compete with him like someone I know, Eugene Levy. Oh, and Catherine O'Hara is here tonight, the wonderful... That's a beautiful dress you have on, Catherine. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But Catherine is an actress of extraordinary range, from her many characters on SCTV, of course, to her work in Best in Show and Home Alone, and perhaps her most remarkable performance to date as a title character in the Book of Negroes. I lost $1. It's been a busy weekend getting here. We lost an hour. As you know, daylight savings time went into effect last night. I give it 6 months. And I'd like to take a brief moment, as all moments are, I suppose, to thank my writers. You know, the writers are so specialized these days. There's a joke writer, he gives you jokes. There's a gag writer, he gives you gags. There's a head writer, he gives you... What I'm saying is things are they're specialized. Well, we're going to start the show, but I was... It hasn't started yet, you didn't know. I saw a wild look of alarm cross your eyes. But I was backstage yesterday, and we were doing rehearsals, and I asked, what is the statuette called? And they said, it's called the Canadian Screen Award. And I said, well, that seems kind of dull. Like, what? That's the name of the award? And they said, well, we've been bandying around different names, but none of, they said in Canada it takes a long time to get stuff done and stuff. But one of them that they said, one of them they mentioned was the Candy. And I think John Candy, I mean, who doesn't love John Candy? So of course, this statuette should be called the Candies. So what I'm asking you to do is, if you are a presenter, ignore the teleprompter and say, the candy goes to. And if you are lucky enough to win one, go, I won a candy. What do you think of that? Can you go along with that? Excellent. That would make us a better nation. I am not here to upbraid. However, I think I made it quite clear that these awards should be referred to as the Candies. A 9-year-old child knew. Are you so burdened with this preposterous technology? So I would like not to see that again. Backstage I was thinking how different things are since I moved to the United States. Now I'm in the United States. One thing I've noticed about films, I don't like foreign films anymore. they're all like artsy and kind of not my cup of tea. But when I grew up in Ottawa, by God, I loved foreign films. You know, Star Wars, Smokey and the Bandit. Do you remember that one? Here to present our next award, the Candy. And this will be the end of my upbraiding, I hope. Is an accomplished actor. All right. Hey, before we go on any further, how about a hand for the band, huh? Good job, guys. George St. Kitts and the Candy Band. Who can take a sunrise? Come on, guys. Sprinkle it, but they can't. Well, whatever. Well, our next presenters are political people. And it made me think, because I was just told Cape Breton Island, I don't know if you know this, but they are offering sanctuary to anyone that lives in America after Trump is elected president by a landslide. And I agree with this in principle, but why Cape Breton Island? I mean, can't I just flee to Toronto? Do I have to leave the fucking planet? I mean, I just go to Baffin Island while I'm at it. All right, now welcome to the stage, two Canadians. Oh, the Candies are going great so far, aren't they? I would like to say to Eugene Levy that there's no reason to be ashamed of your son. My son only this morning punched me in the chest really hard. Listen, I have some good news. I just found out that all of you here tonight will be getting a swag bag. Yeah. Just like the Oscars. I haven't seen one yet, but why don't we take a look and see what you're getting? I'm going to call Megan, our golden girl, out. Megan, our golden girl? Hi, Megan. Come on out here. Ah, you brought the swag bag. Yes, can you hold it open? And then I'll take things out of the swag bag. What do we have here? A loose pancake. What else we got here, Megan? We got, oh, this looks cool. It's a CD, you know what they are, of Nelly Furtado singing all the national anthems. Torn from today's headlines. See what else we have. We have this. Ah, yes, this. This is a bottle of Eau de John Cherry Cologne. It's for the gentleman in the audience. Now, what else do we have? Hopefully something a little funnier than the last one. Here. We have a 30-minute massage from producer Robert Lantos. Don't try to go for 50. You only can hit 30. Now, what else do we have here? Oh, a curling stone. You know what these are made of? I always took them for granite. Last time I take a joke from Martin Short. All right. Megan, just do some house cleaning here. Having a hand for Megan, our Golden Globe. A natural mistake. Now, please welcome one of Canada's... All right. I want to apologize for running out earlier. I don't know if anybody saw that. But, you know, these things happen in live TV, and it reminds me actually of a maxim that Christopher Plummer told me many years ago. He said, before a live awards ceremony, Do not eat a fistful of LSD. Take that with you. I'm sorry, Jacob. How's Jacob doing? Hey, Jacob. Congratulations, buddy. This must be like deja vu for you, being stuck in a room for so long like this. All right, folks, please. All right. Listen, guys. For some reason, I've been told to stretch. So, oh, I've never tried that before. The show's over, folks. Good night. But for the first candies, respect, peace.
Everyone that meets you does an impression of you.
What?
You're one of those guys that you make such an impression on people that everyone that meets you does a Norm MacDonald.
It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, you know, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In LA, I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very
funny. Norm's walking into the bar. It was noon when he called me. It was 8:30 at night.
And he
goes,
I know.
Where are you going? And I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. I'm going home. He's like, I just got here. And I'm like, I know, you're 8 hours late. Like, well, have a fucking beer. I'm being weird. I'm like, I'm not. I want to go. I can't walk or see.
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we get out there. And the next morning, I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
I saw you on Conan once, and you said crack whore and midget several times.
Yeah.
So then I did do a thing, full confession. I did Norm MacDonald as an alarm clock. And it was like, this is what it was. Wake up. Hey, wake up there. There's a crack whore and a midget in your bed. So I just thought that was really funny, right?
What about the other impressions?
Drunk guy comes up to him at the bar and goes, hey, aren't you Norma? And he's gone. He's just suddenly gone.
None of this.
Norm's back at the bar going, hey, what happened? What happened to that guy? Hey, where'd he go?
Bad. That's right.
Where'd he go?
Pretty good.
Well, I can get you down.
That's pretty good.
Kind of in here somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This character is voiced by Norm MacDonald.
Yeah, that's Yaphet.
And that he's just a blob.
He's a blob.
Yeah, and how did you get Norm to do it? I love Norm MacDonald.
I asked him, do you want to be a blob? And he said, yeah, sure, I'll be a blob, so why not?
Yeah, sure, I'll be a blob. What are you talking about?
That's how it happened.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Are you buddies with Norm?
I don't know Norm super well, but I've been a huge fan of his for many years. He's that guy who's, for me, he's high on the list of SNL people.
I'll just say, he goes, hey, Uncle Dan, not everyone's a real pain in the ass like you, and you're a screw. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody can stand you. I can't stand you. You ask around anyone. 3 seconds. And he just insulted him on such levels that was so wrong that I can't repeat. And Lily, when the sketch started, he turned and goes, imagine if you will. I just nailed it.
Probably the funniest, smartest person I've ever met. I'll give you a story about Norm. When Dirty Work came out, the reviews weren't great. It's become like a cult thing, but especially up here. And the people are very affectionate about that movie, and I think that's a testament to Norm. I got to hang out with Chris Farley for like 2 weeks. And
Wow.
it was his last movie, you know, and he was the funniest human being I ever met in my life. So him and Norm, Adam Sandler came up to do a part, Don Rickles, Chevy Chase. It was like unbelievable. It was great. So the review came out in my hometown paper. The critic said, Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what he said. Okay, my
They
mother
can write that?
My mother read that.
Oh, my gosh.
So Norm, this is how smart Norm is. Within 3 seconds, this was Norm's response when I told him, because he thought I was upset. He goes, hey, man, that's fucking great. I said, what do you mean? He goes, a date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. Like, to think of something that witty right away. That's the kind of guy he is. You just laugh and...
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said,
Yes.
You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, so I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's
If you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, you, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something, give me a human interest thing on urine stain magazine. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Had like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Norm.
I know.
Well, you know what? I like Norm MacDonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm MacDonald. Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do. You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL, and I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show, so now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with, and I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm. Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to, I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah,
that's
and
what
people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah, that's how Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking.
Hey, now listen, did I hear some rumble that Brother Sandler sent out Maseratis to the cast of Grown Ups? Did you reap the benefit?
First of all, let me just say one thing. Nothing's better than the Nancy Pelosi Augustus reference.
Pelosi Augustus.
I'm still swooning over that one. Yeah, Sandler gave Maseratis to Spade, Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, all of whom need one, by the way, very badly. But
Exactly. What'd you get?
bitterness, but me and Norm MacDonald, yeah, we're splitting a zip car.
And you split a zip car with Norm. It's like having one of those, those Christmas trees the drivers have that smells like North Slope Sensimilla.
Yeah, this car, I don't know, they must have been smoking pot in here or something.
Norm cancels on us once every 2 weeks, and I almost enjoy it more than him showing up at this point, because he always wants me to talk to some ventriloquist puppet that he says is on the phone. A Holocaust tonight. What has happened to Norman?
And then when he sees you, he's going to go, how come you never have me on your show?
Nope.
We tried to get you on. What?
Nobody funnier, though. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Nobody funnier.
That guy, if I'm in a room with him for 10 minutes, they got to put the paddles on me because I flatline from.
Now, what if Norm MacDonald
Oh, my God.
tried out for the floaters?
Well, wait. Are we down a member? How did I get here? Who
Norm,
left?
we want a Canadian.
I'm Norm MacDonald. This is take 2. Now, I guess it's 2A or 3 now,
Yeah, you're getting mired in this, Norm. I think you're
floaters.
You're up in your head. Just speak from your heart.
Oh, you want me to let it flow?
Float, yeah. Float.
All right.
Right.
I'm a Sagittarius. My name is Norm. That's short for Norman. And I like a girl with like a really big butt.
Weirder the voice, the more fun they are to watch. Like Norm MacDonald. I love Norm MacDonald. Great comedian. But he's if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who's the theory. Who needs a punchline when you have the word crack whore? See, I said that. Oh, God, I just said it there,
Is it offensive when I do you to you?
No, you do it. You do
It's
it nice.
exaggerated.
It depends. Like some people.
All my impressions
Some
are
people
nice.
like
they
Frank
do?
Caliendo. He he puts a comment in there. He's like,
See, I don't. No, I don't see that.
He's like, well, why you don't need a punchline if you say crack or. Yeah, I'm like, well, that's more of a comment, right? I can do an impression of myself.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey. That's it.
I've never heard you say that.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Sounds like you doing an impression of Brewer doing an impression of you.
Hey, Dave Goodman, yeah. All right, the boxing world is still buzzing after the release of Mike Tyson from an Indiana prison after serving a 3-year term. Here with a message for Mike, his Weekend Update correspondent and my hero, Adam Sandler.
Hey, by the way, Mr. Tyson, this is Norm MacDonald. He's our new update guy. You'll love him. He's been telling the funniest jokes about you giving it up in prison.
Mr. Tyson, I'm not Norm MacDonald. I don't even know who Norm MacDonald is. I'm Kevin Nealon, and that's news to me. This, just off the wire, Reuters News is reporting now that the Mike Tyson app has just raped another app.
I do want to ask this. So, Pigeon is voiced by none other than legendary comedian Norm MacDonald. Have you ever met Norm MacDonald before?
Well, yes, I was about to correct you. He's mythically absent all the time. He's a mythical legend. We don't know if he even exists. When I'm on the streets, everybody comes because he has a big fan base, Norm. Hey, man, you working with Norm? What's that like? Hey, man, you working with Norm MacDonald? What's that like? I said, he's a great guy, man. A great sense of humor. He's a really sweet guy. And all this time I thought I met him, but I've never met him. I was talking about Jim Rash all the time. I don't know Norm MacDonald. I don't know he exists. I just know he's legendary. He's mythical. Everybody says he's great. And it's a great mystery to me.
So you met Jim Rash thinking that he was Norm MacDonald, when in fact it was Jim who does the voice of the Marquis.
Yes, this is true.
Larry, when you're writing stuff like Norm's character, the pigeon, is there any line that pigeon won't cross? Even in this episode, you saw what he was doing, and he really gets into it on practically every episode, but this one in particular, I thought he shined.
Well, first of all, I'm not just a writer. I did play the voice of that whale. I don't want to get anybody started.
Oh, well done.
But
he's whaling, baby.
But yeah, you know, I think the second year now we have a good. We know the characters so well that you know, although what Pigeon says is shocking, you know, it all is true to his character. You know,
and also it's like, I think the reason hopefully it works is that Norm himself is cerebral, brainy comedian. He's really not vulgar and crass. And so his getting to play a character like this, it does play against type, and I think that's why he can get away with being so gross on the show, because you can just feel the Norm is smart. What's that?
He's cerebrally invisible, too.
He's cerebrally invisible. It's true. That's true. What can you say to that? Yeah, it's shocking that Norm and Mike have never met. That's terrible. Maybe season 5 or 6, we could arrange a meeting.
The possibility we may have to kill off the pigeons, you know. We're going to hire a young he's going to employ a cat in the show next season, and so Pigeon's going to have a really difficult time in dealing with the quagmires of life on the Tyson Mystery Show.
Researchers in Russia say that the dolphins have a distant spoken language of their own.
You're saying that dolphins have a distinct language all their own?
So what's the solution that they use the N-word? Ooh, that they use the N-word constantly.
No, what word do they use?
Nigger word, N-word.
Oh, yeah. What'd you call it?
Dolphins?
The what word?
Nigger. Nigger, ninja.
Word, yeah.
Say it. I want to hear you say that word.
I don't want to say it because then it'll be on tape forever. I say it in my private life many times.
Say it, hunky. Say it, hunky. Say nigga, hunky. Fucking say it, hunky.
Listen, am I wrong or am I imagining that?
No, say nigga, hunky. Say it, hunky. Come on, cracker.
Mike, I have to ask you a question.
Say it.
I can't say it. Let him make him say it. Mike, make Adam Egan say it, Mike. God damn.
Have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good play, but you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste.
Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes that are like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience. They told me, so I figured I'll do.
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," you know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, "Hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know, first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and, oh yeah, he loves cock." You know? This kid. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, this kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
To watch the maturation of you as an artist, to realize it took you 9.5 minutes to get around to the sucking cock stuff.
thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, you know, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. When I was asked to host the ESPYs this year, folks, I said yes immediately for one reason and one reason only. This show has interns. I'll be having a little improper relations backstage a little later. But man, it's great to be here at the 6th annual ESPY Awards. Hard to believe, huh, that the ESPYs are 6 years old. Although Anthony Mason swears they're 18. So. Yeah, he'll be having sex with the ESPYs in about 12 years. So. I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think you're gonna make him sad. Because I think, you know, it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know, people calling me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it, who got killed? The crocodile hunter. Please don't make me laugh at this. He was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter. That's not. And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so you know the crocodiles were like, hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? You don't even want to know, man. Please don't do this anymore. Go, Bill, man, you had a chance once. The guy go, man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eaten him and his kid. I don't feel good about this. You remember I ever tell you that story, Bill? Yeah, only 1,000 times. That's for the kids. I was a little late here tonight. I took the cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, you know. Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki Arabu. I'm like that. Arabu's been having some trouble, man. They fired his translator. Steinbrenner fired his translator. And people see that as cruel, you know, but I don't know, you know. I mean, if you're not doing well in Yankee Stadium, you know, do you really need a translator? Do you want that, you know? You know? Hey, what'd they say? They say you suck. You should go back to Japan, you dirty foreigner. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to pitch over here. It's great to be here on ESPN. I love sports, man. Man, you can see sports on ESPN you don't see on other networks. You know, like kickboxing. That's my favorite sport. Kickboxing is great. When you think about it, it combines the style and grace of boxing with kicking. This seems kind of immature. Two 23-year-old women in China this week have set a record, living 12 days in a room with 888 deadly snakes. They now hold a coveted place, in the Guinness Book of World Retard. Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, you know, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, you know, and he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team. Strippers and crack. Hey, have you heard about this? Ted Turner and NBC plan to start their own rival football league to compete with the NFL. And not much known about the specifics of this new league, except for this, it will suck. They know that. So they might have trouble, you know, getting advertisers when we know it will suck.
I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years. Okay, I made that up. But
We haven't?
No, we're friends. We're good friends. But I don't know what I'm McDonald. Is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic background?
My ethnic background is Polish.
Are you really Polish? Wow.
Polish people,
I didn't
yeah.
realize that.
Yeah.
McDonald, you don't...
Well, my parents changed their names. They
Right.
had to because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they changed their name to McDonald. But, you know, it's one of the things that you can, you know, I mean, I get a little upset about it, you know, because, you know, you
All the
can't...
Polish jokes and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people, you know.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right. You shouldn't. That sounds bad, yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, you know. I go in and I order a Polish sausage, you know, from this guy, you know. And so the guy says to me, you must be Polish. And I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. You know, I'm trying to knock some sense into this fellow's head, maybe give him a wider world view, you know.
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French, you know?
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fellow to be a German fella?
Right.
I said, what if a guy came in and ordered German potato salad? I suppose you'd think he was German too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, what if a guy...
Wow, you talked to this guy for a while.
I'm telling you, man. With racists, you have to get through
You have to
them.
really get it into their head. Right.
I said, if a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
I said, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that just because I come in here, I order a Polish sausage, why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
And you hate Polish jokes, don't you? You just hate them.
No, I think they're disgusting. And of course, congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning the Super Bowl. How about that? Yeah, Denver did great, you know. There he is. I love the Denver fans, you know, because for one thing, they don't wear food on their heads. That's nice. And they had a wild celebration in Denver after that Super Bowl, man. And now city officials expect an even wilder celebration if the Nuggets win 10 games this year. They say they're going to... say the whole city's going to go nuts. Yeah, the Nuggets are having a bad year this year, man. Matter of fact, they're making a film about the team. They got a pretty catchy title. It's Black Men Can't Jump Either. Well, NBA All-Star Weekend over. That was exciting, man. The East beat the West. Jeff Hornacek won the three-point shootout. Houston's Clyde Drexler and Cynthia Cooper won that exciting two-ball thing. And Charles Barkley won the throw a guy through a plate glass window contest. So that was quite a game, you know. I mean, you know who impressed me the most yesterday was Kobe Bryant. Unbelievable. This guy's amazing. 19 years old, the youngest starter ever in the All-Star game, and he played so well that today he was named spokesman for NBC's new public service campaign called Screw It, Who Needs College?
No,
you think Jack Benny is funny?
I don't even know. Now I don't really know any of his shit.
You've seen him though, like when you.
I saw him on Byron Allen.
Comics Unleashed. Here's the thing Byron Allen has. A show called The Entertainers. And what he does so he'll go to junkets.
Right.
And then he has huge guests, so it'll be like, at the beginning it'll be his voice. The Entertainers. Tonight, Harrison Ford, Adam Sandler, Morgan Freeman, it's the biggest stars ever. And he just interviews them in the junkets, but he makes it sound as if, and then this is his gambit, this is what he does to people. So let's say he's talking to Harrison Ford, right? He'll go, now the last time I talked to you, you were talking about working out. And so then Harrison Ford goes, like he's never talked to him before or anything, but he figures a black guy, it's going to sound bad. He says, I know, who the fuck are you? So he goes, yes, I'm
He's just making up like...
This looks like he's best friends with all these viewers.
I'd hate to go and see him one night and go, boy, he reminds me of young Byron Allen. He's brilliant, Byron Allen. He had that Comics Unleashed. You ever do that? Oh, you couldn't be more leashed.
There's nothing. It's not like there's nothing unleashed about it. It's not like you would have like Lenny Bruce on and like.
And he has no segue. So this is what he said to John Lovitz one time. He said, he just turned to him from, he's talking to Schimmel, and then he goes to John Lovitz. He goes, now, John, I understand you're growing older. Of course, the biggest story in basketball, no question about it, Michael Jordan may retire. Yeah, Michael Jordan may retire after this season, and it's terrible news for Bull fans, but it is terrific news for golf hustlers. They're happy about it. But Jordan is very serious, though, about leaving. In fact, he's already called the Hall of Fame to make sure that his plaque bears his basketball nickname, Air Jordan, and not his baseball nickname, Senior Crappy. That would just be disrespectful, Well, how about them Winter Olympics? They're finally underway, so we've got a lot of great stuff to look forward to in the next 2 weeks, like hockey and, well, just hockey, really. I was watching last night, I saw speed skating, and my goodness, could the outfits they wear be any tighter? Holy Lord. There was an East German woman, I swear, you could see the outline of her entire penis. It was... Goodness. Well, the magazine POV came out this week with a list of the best and worst jobs to have in the next century. Their 3 best were, in this order, multimedia software designer, management consultant, and interactive advertising executive. While their worst, for the 3rd year in a row, crack whore. U.S. News and World Report's list of the best and worst jobs for 1996 is out. Last year's best job, multimedia software consultant, was replaced by a new best job, bioindustrial engineer. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore. Well, there's all kinds of sports celebrities in the audience tonight. I see Tiger Woods right there. Tiger Woods, how about that, huh? Yeah, he's up for golf. Of course, he's up for Golfer of the Year this ESPYs. And you know who I feel sorry for, folks? Is the other 2 guys nominated for Golfer of the Year. You see these guys getting ready, it's like, hey, honey, have you seen my tuxedo? No, not the good one. The one I wear when I'm going to get my ass kicked. Have you seen that one? Boomer Esiason is with us. Boomer. How you doing, buddy? Boomer, of course, will replace Frank Gifford on Monday Night Football next season. And Frank told reporters that this will allow him to spend more time with his wife and children. Then he broke down and cried for 45 minutes. So. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. The iron horse of broadcasting.
It's iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Iron.
That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah.
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest language.
to
To me,
learn.
it's the easiest.
Yeah, well, you were born with it.
Yeah. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron. Why doesn't that clock work?
Why doesn't that cock work?
That clock works.
My clock works.
Oh, this clock over
Your
here.
mind is going somewhere, Norm.
No, I thought that's what you said.
I heard you had Larry King on here.
Cast
Your
iron.
show that's amazing, by the way. No one gets on Larry King. Larry King gets you.
I know you're new to this. I'm going to teach you a little something. One of the first things in hosting an interview show is to listen.
What's that now?
The answer given by the guest. My whole motto, my whole broadcasting career, that's why I don't like a lot of guys on the air now, is that I never learned anything when I was talking.
Can I interrupt you there?
Yeah. But
Now, I wanna ask you
I was
this.
with Carlos Slim all day today, the richest man in the world. He's partner in.
The richest man in the world is Carlos Slim?
Correct, from Mexico. You never heard of him?
Of course not. I'm not a connected guy.
Oh, that's right. I just heard you. You don't watch the news.
So Carlos
Big Manny
Slim
is a terrific guy.
and this guy is working with you on Aura TV.
He
and
financed it.
Hulu. He financed it. The richest man in the world.
$76 billion.
We should get together with this Carlos Slim.
Seems like a good guy.
I just had a meeting with some lady who said she had a lot of money. Fat Nancy.
Oh, Fat Nancy. And what, she want to finance something with you? What does she want to do with you?
You know what? So I loved Liberace, but with all due respect, man, if you kicked that guy in the ass, 100 cocks would fall out. Now, this is not what I do on Hulu.
No, you wouldn't do that.
No. Because I have respect for Carlos Slim. Literally selling you death.
That's the one thing I fear is dying.
Me, man, that haunts me.
Because the thought of not existing, you know, it's like, you know what the new thing they call it is? Dirt nap.
Good God, Larry.
That's what they call it, a dirt nap.
You would not say that on Hulu.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'd say it here.
That's what I heard Larry King say to a guy once. The guy had lost his child. Oh, no. And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me, you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic. So then people go, well, who do you want? Well, there's that one comedian. She's a comedian, and she's also a lady.
Yeah.
And then it gets...
It's more common now.
Huh?
A lot more.
It's common now.
SNL is very...
They rule.
They rule the SNL.
Look, who is bigger than Tina Fey?
She's strong.
Too big to fail. Finally, according to the U.S. News and World Report 1997 Career Guide, the best job in the United States for the second year in a row is Interactive Business System Analyst. However, last year's worst job, Assistant Crack Whore, has been replaced by a new worst job, Crack Whore Trainee.
Hello, everybody. Here with Norm MacDonald, chewing the fat. Where do you live here, of course, in the city, because you're doing the show.
I live in New York City.
Yeah. This isn't a police interrogation. Are you sure? Where about? Where in the city do you live, approximately, not specifically? But...
I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number? Just give me 7 digits. All right. What? Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new. You know, this city's great because of the neighborly people. You know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor. Interesting story. You know that this guy. He just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely to have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married? I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that University of Science there.
And then the guy, get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out.
The new people. Hey, guess what? There's a young girl that's middling attractive that swears a lot. Let's get her. What? Is that the new fucking thing?
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, hysterical.
Right.
Who's funnier than her?
Nobody.
No, except dudes. But,
Nobody.
And we're going to read jokes. We read jokes.
I thought you were going to talk about this thing.
We're going to talk about the man. What about the man grate?
Is that like a genital cleanser?
No! No, my God. What is the man grate, you ask?
Okay.
Huh?
Fine, I didn't, but...
You didn't ask. It is 100% made in America. Cast iron grilling grates.
Iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Cast iron.
Iron?
Cast iron grilling grates that are
kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker, I say iron and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
It should be iron. That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah?
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest language.
to
To me,
learn.
it's the easiest. Man grate. Great. Have you heard of the man grate?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear about it?
On Adam Carolla's podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? Do you have a father? Man grate is the perfect gift for this Father's Day. Is he alive?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% made in America. If he was dead, it would have been a really bad moment in the commercial. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Yes.
Maybe you'll give me one and
I'll give you one. Is your mom still alive?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, she's dead.
Jesus Christ, is any of your relatives fucking alive? It was man grate. They are revolutionizing the way people grill. What, Adam Egan? It's true. You haven't heard of the revolution? You can put chicken on this or steak. That's not that unique. It has heavy duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
These are very heavy.
Yes, no, but that's part of the charm. It weighs a lot of pounds.
Is that heavy?
Yeah. Listen, man, what was that fucking Vegas story?
Shit. Jesus Christ. Sorry. What is in that?
Again. It's revolutionizing the way people grill.
Jesus.
What?
I thought it was like a, all right.
You want to hear what it has?
Yeah.
It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Listen. No more dry meat. What do you think of that?
Good. You want your meat juicy.
Oh, come on now. Don't make it sound like a fucking fat, plumpy, delicious cock. No more flare-ups. You know, in your barbecues, all those big flare-ups. It was named one of 2012's best grilling accessories. There's more fucking facts about the man grate than about Nick. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate. Chicken, steak, has never tasted so good. Hey, how about this? Each NORM MACDONALD show order comes with a heavy-duty grilling brush.
Jesus.
You don't want to put that on your not dry meat?
Look at that. Those things are dirty.
No.
That's from the iron.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, it's not from my cock.
What?
I just went to the bathroom. You say cock so much.
I'm coming in your butt.
Oh my God. Well, listen, man. Hey,
your mouth is my toilet.
Again. This commercial is like a mini-series. Are you a jingoist? 100% made in America. 100% cast iron. Mangrate.com. Thank you, Andy. That's yours. You just threw your own going away present with contempt to the floor. That was our only sponsor.
Oh, yeah, and you lost.
Yeah, now we found out we lost Man Great as a sponsor. And then earlier today, I think we were told legally we can't say we lost them as a sponsor even.
Yeah, I think we were still waiting to find out if we were allowed to say that.
But anyways,
fuck
that
it,
was
who cares?
Schwartzen.
We lost them.
That was Nick Schwartzen that fucked it all up. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are
was,
you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes.
You read that?
It was an old. This Lindsay Lohan can't swim a stroke, but she sure knows every dive in town.
That one I liked. That was my favorite. I'm keeping this.
That is a favorite?
Las Vegas is now home to a 550-foot-tall Ferris wheel. Also drawing thousands to Las Vegas, whores. That's you. That's your voice all the way right there. It's the old, the Norm Macdonald lean in, whores.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald.
You're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That is my name. You know, when the people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know, you don't want. But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
Well, of course, you watch the real news here on ABC4, but if you were ever interested in the fake news, that would be this man right here. Norm MacDonald is back, and we are talking about all of his stints that he's done on TV, movies, his comedy show that's coming up to Ogden this weekend or tonight. So, Norm, first of all, how many years did you do the fake news on Saturday Night Live? Is that 5 seasons?
3, 2.5, 3.
And it's stuck. I mean, isn't that what people know you most when, you know, they see you out in public?
Yeah, they mostly know that.
I didn't know you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah, I was on that show.
You could have won $1 million.
I saw that.
I won $500,000, but I didn't get to keep it. I had to give it to a charity.
Darn it.
What charity did you give it to?
I gave it to, well, I always wanted to meet Paul Newman. So it turns out he has this great charity for sick children. And I thought, hey, this fits in perfectly with my desire to meet Paul Newman. So I gave all the money to his sick children in order to meet him.
Did you get to meet him?
No.
No?
He sent me a letter, but then I felt guilty, like that I'd given all this money to the sick children only to meet Paul Newman. So I talked it over with my Lord, and I decided it was a venal thing I had done.
Well, you had good intentions, and maybe because...
No, I had bad intentions, but I ended up with good
action.
I had a good result. I had a good result, and then I didn't pay off on my bad intentions, so it turned out it was all right.
All right, so you're back. You got to do Wise Guys last time you were in Utah, last time you were on the show, and Utahns were like, whoop, Norm.
Yeah, they went crazy, man. I found myself a beautiful, 3 beautiful wives when I was here.
Good. I'm glad we could do that for you.
Do you do a lot of Utah humor?
No, I
do you
just
add
read,
that into your show?
No, I just was reading in the paper today. It said, polygamist charged with sex crime. And when I was young, it would be a man charged with polygamy. You know what I mean? So we've come a long way.
Utah's a changing.
You'd think if you were a polygamist, you wouldn't have time for any other stuff.
Yeah, you'd be a busy guy.
You are busy.
So with your show at Wise Guys tonight, do you focus mostly on impressions, or is it you feed off the audience? What can people expect
I
when
just
they come
talk
to the show
I just talk to the audience and whatever's going on in the. I'll probably go home and watch the TV and see what news is going on. I'll probably listen to you guys, find out what news is going on, so I can talk about it tonight and figure it out.
Do you ever get stumped standing up there, like you don't know what direction to go next?
Oh yeah, I blank out all the time. Like I talk for a while, you know, and everything's going well, and then all of a sudden nothing is in my head except for a big jelly roll, like when I dream of jelly rolls. You guys like jelly rolls?
They're good, yeah. Yeah, but don't dream about them.
Yeah, I know. I went to a psychiatrist once. I think he thought I was a moron, but he goes, can you describe your dreams for me? I'm like, I dream about jelly rolls. He goes, what else? I go, that's it. And he was like, what? He made like a weird face that a psychiatrist is not supposed to make.
So you know you're in trouble. Jelly rolls as a kid, or that's like your favorite treat now?
No, it's like, it brings me great peace. Like right now, if I close my eyes, jelly rolls will start floating in front of the back of my eyelids.
Okay, close your eyes. Think
All right.
jelly rolls while we talk about where you are tonight, Friday. It is Wise Guys Comedy in West Valley. So you're close by. How are the jelly rolls going? They floating?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
What flavor is
Good.
it? Strawberry?
No.
Raspberry?
Oh, there's always raspberry jelly rolls.
Raspberry. Friday, November 6th, 8 and 10. And you're not here tomorrow night, right? Just tonight? So
No, I'm just going to be here tonight.
Catch you while you're here.
Pardon me?
So get tickets and get there tonight.
Or not. Whatever you like.
Oh. I'm trying to help you out, Norm. I'm selling it for you.
No, but I don't want people to, you know, listen, I don't want people to show up at my show if their great aunt has walking pneumnia.
That's probably
she'll
good
survive.
advice.
It's okay.
Nah, stay with your great aunt. Give her the love, you know. I'll be
with swine
fine.
flu going around, you may not have an audience if you keep up that. So, all right.
I'll be fine.
All right, so check out Norm tonight at Wise Guys in West Valley.
Thanks, Norm. All
Thank
right.
you, guys.
Up next, we are talking how to get your lawn looking green in the spring with Joy. We'll be right back.
I lost you, sorry. Watch the cables, man. Oh, no. Wow.
Oh,
Norm MacDonald.
That's good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. Welcome. Sorry, Norm, I lost you.
Yeah.
The brakes are a little thin on that.
No, that worked out well.
We can get that fixed back there, too. No trouble.
Wait a minute, are you the new Batman?
Oh, am I wearing my Batman hat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you've been up to?
Well, no, not in real life, I'm not. In real life, it's Bruce Wayne. Are you talking about the movie?
Yeah,
the new movie?
What are you up to lately? I saw you in Jack and Jill. Your great
you did?
cameo in there. Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see is like a superhero come along that isn't conflicted.
That'd be nice.
Like when I was a kid,
Perfectly adjusted, right?
it was just Superman. He was all happy, like he was this, Christopher Reeves, and he was like, and then they became like, oh, I'm Batman, like, who's worse, me or the Joker? And you're like, the Joker.
It doesn't make
I
any
go,
sense.
really? I'm almost as bad as the Joker. And you're like, no, of course the Joker's way worse.
Just be the superhero.
Yeah. Batman.
Been watching these Regis highlights, and
Regis is gone. Right?
Well, today's the last day, 9 o'clock.
Is it?
On WGN on our station? You'll see the final one.
Who
But
is
they were
the
showing. They haven't announced anything that's happening, but they were showing highlights of you as some of the highlights of Regis through the years.
Really?
Yeah. What do you remember? What are some of your Regis memories?
Well, one time I was on his other show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And it was Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so the questions are a little easier.
Yeah, you won.
I heard they didn't give you the money.
Insulting.
Yeah.
No, they give it to a charity. They don't tell
Oh,
you.
that sucks.
No, they give it to sick children.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. They need money too.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2
Well, he's
pistol
got like
in here.
12 layers on.
Yeah, I
think.
thought it was going to be really cold.
Well, you're from Canada. This should be springtime for you.
No, I know I'm from Canada, but I'm still a human being. Like it's not like we evolved differently. I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than here it
comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, I think it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better.
Wow. Surprisingly cerebral.
What do you guys up to, man?
Living the great life, living the dream every day.
Yeah.
Norm, every day.
Did you enjoy that bit we did with driving around?
It was really hysterical.
Yeah, I got a late. They put me in late. I don't think I would have to take.
Where did you go? Did you take a spin around the station? I couldn't find you.
You drove way too far down the hall.
I got a heavy foot.
There's a real stream of consciousness thing happening here, Norm.
Yeah, it's called conversation. But there's no break on mine.
There wasn't on mine either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's what makes it fun.
That's what makes
it's not fun until somebody gets hurt.
Exactly. Yeah.
Norm's going to be at Zanies at Pheasant Run
right.
this weekend in St. Charles. Is this what you do with the crowd? Just stream of consciousness talk?
Why do you keep saying stream of consciousness?
I
That's just.
Separates me, okay, from like Hollywood directors, okay, is that I have a huge head, all right, okay. Now I don't mean I have a big ego, okay, because I don't, all right. I mean my actual head is huge.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that impersonation. Norm MacDonald impersonating who other than Quentin Tarantino, just one of his many people he tackles. Gosh, I still remember. Bob Dole is my ultimate favorite. I know Burt Reynolds is a big one. We'll talk about that a bit. Norm joining us now, who's in Calgary along with Sean O'Connor.
Yeah. Sean O'Connor, nice to...
The Sean O'Connor?
Yeah, the future of comedy.
Back from Terminator?
Yeah, there I am. Here I am.
What? Was that a guy in Terminator?
John Connor, but
Yeah.
I get Sean Connor a lot.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
He was in Funny as Hell.
On HBO Comedy.
Yes.
Check it out.
Are you guys performing together then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Man. I never perform without Sean.
Fair enough. Great to have you guys here. Cool to have you in Calgary. How have you been doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, man. I took some time off stand-up.
Yes.
Like I did stand-up for like 20 years, and the longest stretch I didn't do it for was 3 weeks. Then I took a year and a half off to write a book.
Yeah, your memoirs.
Yeah, worst mistake of my life.
Why are you doing that?
It was just a terrible idea.
Why did you step away from stand-up? I know it's your first love.
No,
It's
that's
what you
why,
guys started.
seriously. Because
that's it? You just wanted to write a book?
Well, I agreed to write a book.
They made you?
Well, I agreed to it.
Okay.
And then I tried to do it. And then I was like, holy God, just some night try to look back on your life. And you'll quickly realize very little happened.
Oh, come on. Your life is rich. Your resume is massive. You've been a part of some of the biggest comedy stages in the world.
Well, that's good for 6 pages. but they want 300 pages.
And not enough scandal in there?
Yeah, and unfortunately I have no scandal. I mean, I guess everybody knows about my affair with Mitsu.
Mitsu. Oh, Momo Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Mitsu.
This guy's a good friend of Drake. You ever heard of Drake?
Whoa, really?
Oh, I'm not friends with him. I met him once, though.
You met him once?
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter?
I told him I really liked him on Degrassi, and he was like, thank you.
He was cool about that?
He was really cool.
He's not ashamed of his past?
No.
He can't
and
get
my
enough
friend dated
Degrassi.
Cassie from Degrassi.
Oh, wow.
In Hollywood. She lives there now.
That's Canadian iconic treasures.
I mean, they're all treasures to me, from Joey Jeremiah all the way to Snake.
One time I kissed Relic.
The Beachcombers?
Yeah.
Were you on a ferry or?
No, that Indian guy from the show gave me some bad heroin.
That's not true.
No.
You made that.
I didn't make that part up, but I did have a long kiss with Relic.
For a show or just party?
Yeah, no, I was supposed to be on the Beachcombers.
Right, that would have been awesome. With Jackson Davies, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And turns out I was never going to be on the Beachcombers, and I was just going to be in Relic's hotel room.
What, were you in Vancouver?
Yeah, I was in Vancouver, and I'm like, this is going to be the greatest. I'm going to be, I was supposed to be like the new breed of the Beachcomber and everything. That's what Relic said.
So this is a next generation Beachcomber thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Beachcomber, the next generation. Relic was supposed to be the executive producer, and he'd make occasional appearances. This is what he told me in his hotel room.
Come on. This didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
Okay. I got to read this book. Sean.
Hey, I should put that in the book.
You should. I know there's a couple generations maybe between you two as comedians looking at...
a couple?
Watching Norm over the years and some of the characters, what's it like being alongside one of the best?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I love Dirty Work, and I love Saturday Night Live. And then I worked with Norm. He was my boss, my first boss in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Sean's awesome, man. Future of comedy. If you show this clip like 10, 20 years from now, you're going to go, who's that old guy talking about, who the hell is Relic?
Oh, I love that
I'll
story.
be like Relic, and he'll be like me, like 20 years. When you look at this in the vault, when you open the vault 20 years from now.
Yeah, when I die of a heroin overdose, you can play
from the
by the way,
stash.
man, my condolences goes out to Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman's still around.
I thought he died of a heroin overdose.
No. Dustin's still with us. We're waiting for Rain Man 2.
Didn't he die of a heroin overdose?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who's that?
A different actor.
I think it's his son.
No relation. Believe it or not.
None?
No relation.
Who's Relic?
Well, good luck to you, Dustin.
Norm will be performing at the Laugh Shop at the Hotel Blackfoot tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. Great to have you guys. Pleasure meeting you. Thanks so much for coming in. Good luck the rest of the way. Much more still ahead when we come back. Right after this, Jordan will be here along with Leslie talking about what's happening outside. It's cold. Much more still ahead.
Ooh, look at
They say revenge is sweet. Bob Saget and Norm MacDonald are hoping it is also funny. Saget makes his feature film directorial debut. MacDonald his writing and starring debut in Dirty Work. Basically, two guys who've never done this job before. It's an irreverent comedy that proves getting even can lead to odd situations.
They're nice cars. These are luxury automobiles. I got a whole place. They're fully loaded. They're loaded with dead hookers. They're seeing things. Don't shoot this. This is not part of the commercial.
If some jerk making your life miserable, you want revenge, call 555-0187 and let us do your dirty work.
Sort of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a little bit, but there's no ghost.
Just hookers in trunks.
Hookers in trunks.
Which is good programming in the morning for your family.
You've never done this before. You've never done this before. Nervous at all?
Hookers in trunks, or you mean the movie thing?
Big funny directorial debut, comedy, you starring role.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No,
but,
you're not.
No, I'm not, because I take the Xanax.
3-4 cases a week, isn't it?
No,
I sell it to him.
Do you?
No.
Tell me about the movie.
Actually, he's a very, very funny man.
The movie?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got crazy. I was reading that. The movie is two guys that start a revenge for hire business because one of their dads, Jack Warden, needs a heart transplant.
He's my dad, too. He's both of our dads.
You can't say that, though. That's secret information.
Oh, yeah, that's the big plot twist.
Yeah. So, we give that away later. Let me tell you how The Exorcist ends now. Silence of the Lambs, they kill that guy.
Revenge. What do you know from revenge? Do you have any experience in your own life with revenge?
Yeah, I always think up revenges to get back at guys. Like if they screw me over, if they do something mean, you know.
Really?
Oh, all the time. Like this one guy, man. He would always. What's that? What do you got there?
A little article about you in a little feud with another network.
Oh yeah. There's this character over on the NBC. He's the president, and he hates me.
And why?
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing if you're not funny.
No, yeah, I am funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I think he just doesn't know you.
He's a jackass.
What about dirty work, though?
What about dirty work?
Can I have that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Dirty work is what about it?
It's funny, don't you think?
Is it funny? Have you ever done any revenge, little tricks, do little pranks to people to sort of get even?
When I was a little kid, I did this thing where I would phone people at random, me and my brother, and we'd go, hello? We'd pretend to be all scary, and we go, my mommy gave this number to call you in case there's an emergency. There's someone at the door trying to get in. There's someone at the door.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was funny though.
He did something to me 2 days ago. I was driving. One of the stars of the movie, Artie Lang, is very excited about everything that's going on with this movie, and he got a brand new Cadillac. Beautiful black Cadillac. We went golfing. We played 3 holes, then went to the snack bar, and then we played 2 more later. And so Artie, we're driving back, and I plowed into a manhole, and I flatted out his tire in the bottom of the car,
with his new caddy.
With his brand new caddy. He's like cracking up. So what current kind of practical joke?
So this crazy Mexican tow truck driver comes, you know, to fix his car, and so then I tell Saget, I go, hey man, that guy wants your autograph, you know,
for his kid.
For his kid. So then the guy like fixes our car, and then Saget, like a jackass, he comes up afterwards and he goes, yeah, I'll sign anything for you. And the guy goes, no, cash.
I said, you want an autograph? He says, no, $50. And then he and Artie are like on the ground because I was like, you want my autograph for your kid, right? And he goes, no.
Was this movie fun to make? I mean, is it more fun to make comedies than to make dramas? Because you've made dramas before.
I made a drama about his sister died of a bad disease.
Right. I mean, you've done the other thing. Is it a whole...
You know, it's interesting that you told us both. I forgot I'd done it till now.
But you've also done some other directing as well.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people don't know you started back in college doing directing projects and things.
Right. But this thing, you know, comedy is a collaborative thing, and Norm and the writers. Norm wrote it with Frank Sebastiano and Fred Wolf, and our producer Bob Simons. Everybody was working together to get the funniest stuff that we could get out of it. And it's Norm's sensibilities, a lot of it, and it's really because of that I fell in love.
I don't know what he's talking about, but we got funny people in it.
California.
We got you know, the great Don Rickles, Chevy Chase, Chris Farley, all the funniest guys I know are in the movie. So that's what makes it, you know.
Are you happy to be doing movies and not TV anymore?
No, I love TV the best.
Do you?
Yeah. Maybe one day I could fill in for Spencer Christian if he's over in Atlantic City.
Do you think? He always is, you know.
I know, I saw him there once.
Did you?
Yeah,
How much did you lose?
He had a feverish look on his face.
Norm MacDonald, Bob Saget.
We're done?
Best of luck with dirty work.
Thanks, Lisa. You and Kevin are great, man.
Thank you for saying that.
Norm MacDonald's dry delivery, willingness to hit any off-limits topic have for decades made him one of the funniest people alive. And this morning, believe it or not, after all these years, making his Today Show debut. How could that be possible?
Crazy.
I know, it's almost unbelievable.
I know.
I've never been on the Today Show, unless you count me when I used to stand out there.
And wave. And of course, everybody knows him for the stint at host of Weekend Update on SNL. Acerbic wit back on display as a judge on NBC's Last Comic Standing, reality show that aims to find the best stand-up talent in the country. One of their winners, Amy Schumer, of course.
Amy Schumer, I think, right now, is the funniest person in the entire world.
Do you really?
Really?
Yeah. Not woman.
Person.
I don't disagree with that. I put you up there, but she's close.
I wasn't counting me. Counting me, she's the second funniest person in the world.
Okay, well, how do you think you would have fared on Last Comic Standing?
Oh, not well. But I'll tell you why, because I did Star Search. We're all old enough to remember Star Search. And it was called International Star Search. Oh, there I am. There I am with my great jacket.
That's a nice tailored fit.
Your big brother came at you.
It was called International Star Search. So it was me against another guy. Just two of us. It wasn't the regular Star Search. So I represented Canada, where I was from, the least international of all countries. He represented Africa. So he had a tribal robe on with a hat. Later I learned he was from Seattle. But so I went out and I had 2 minutes of material that I had worked. You only get 2 minutes. And so I had timed it out at comedy clubs, but I made the mistake of adding laughter into the 2 minutes, and I got no laughter. And the judges, one of whom was Robin Leach, the judges are always kind of suspicious on that show. Like Ed McMahon will go, our next judge is for the Chief Operating Officer of Tri-Media Artists International something. And so 4 of them. So anyways, I get no laughs, my minute's up. And then I look over at Ed McMahon, a man who really was paid to laugh, a professional laugher. He's glaring at me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Take some time out from laughing.
And you've still got a minute to fill at that
I still
point.
got a minute, so I'm just yapping. And then I get off, and I'm like, so, our agents always try to make it feel better, So I say to my agent, oh, that didn't go well. He goes, oh, no. He goes, that's always in the show. They sweeten it later. Don't worry, you did fantastic. This audience in Star Search doesn't. And then after that, I couldn't hear him because Bushman, that was his name, the African guy. Bushman said one joke, they laughed 2 minutes, and he left.
He's done.
Guy from Seattle wins. That's it. So do you find it hard? I know you're a huge fan of stand-up, and you love it. Do you find it hard to judge other people doing stand-up and say, that kind of stunk?
Well, they say, judge not lest ye be judged.
They do.
Huh? That's scripture.
That's what they say.
And that's what I believe. Except they paid me money.
So you've been dropping the hammer on people.
Yeah. But I try to be honest. You got to be honest. I mean, you don't have to be, but you got all this way without being relatively dishonest.
Exactly.
But I feel you have to be honest, so I tell the people, oh man, you suck.
That's what they want from
you.
That's
it.
Yeah. That's what they're looking for.
Well, Norm MacDonald, it's good to see you.
Well, it's great to finally meet you. I can't believe I haven't met you. My goodness.
Well, Last Comic Standing's 2-hour premiere.
Yes.
Tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central, right here on NBC.
Come back soon, Norm.
Thanks, man.
Number 2.
I'm a big fan of both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, he shot to national attention as the witty acerbic anchor of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. Now he's starring in a brand new movie out called Dirty Work. Here's Norm MacDonald. Hi, Norm. How you doing? Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Norm is here. Norm's so much in the news every time I turn around.
What? Oh, me in the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Hotter than ever.
Yeah.
My gosh. Looks like they did you a big favor over there at NBC.
Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, but look what happened to you. Became a movie star, just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hadn't you already started filming this movie long before that whole controversy began?
Yeah.
So what do you make of all this?
What do I make of it?
Yeah, what's the point?
The point of
they're
what?
trying to make,
Who?
Oh,
So you got to explain to the people.
no, they read the papers. They know.
Yeah, they know that NBC has banned promotion or commercials featuring your movie on their network.
Yeah, because
so
this character, Don Ohlmeyer, he's the president of NBC, you see?
Yeah.
And he hates me.
Yeah.
But you've only met him one time, I understand.
I've only met him once.
So this is not a personal reason that he hates you.
Yes, he hates me personally.
But you like him, don't you?
I think he's a fair enough fella. I met him once. He seems like a stand-up guy. I don't hate anybody.
That's
you
right.
know Don Ohlmeyer?
I've met him a couple of times, sure.
He seems like a nice enough
Yes,
fella.
absolutely.
And I don't, you know, put it this way. His best friend is O.J. Simpson, right? Now, if you can like O.J. Simpson, you can like me. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is about you.
I mean, he has his foibles, O.J.
Yeah, sure. Don't we all?
I love that word, foibles.
Although I think O.J. is kind of rehabilitating himself. Did you see where he's stabbing that woman with a banana? Have you seen that?
At least that one doesn't
That's a
really
lot
harm.
better. That's, you know, it's not a
step
sharp
forward,
It's
isn't
a
it?
step forward.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about you now. Let me ask you something.
Yes,
Another
sir.
guy from Canada has come and invaded show business here in the United States.
With an acerbic wit.
So many funny guys come out of Canada. What is it about Canada that produces all these comedians? What do you think it is?
I don't know, because when I'm in Canada, no one's funny.
You think it's the long, dark, cold winters? You just had to find something to laugh
we
about?
don't have dark winters. We don't live in the Arctic Circle.
But they're long, aren't they?
They're long and cold, and they're cold.
And really cold.
Yeah, they're cold.
So when you're a kid up in Canada...
I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but they're cold.
Yeah. When you're a kid growing up in Canada...
Yes, sir.
You see American TV?
Yes. I used to watch you on the Joey Bishop Show.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm 60.
And you're 60?
Now that's funny. You like that, huh, Barry? Barry, I can't remember.
Well, that's good. So I inspired you, or Joey inspired you then to become a comedian, huh?
Joey
Bishop.
Oh, yeah.
No, Chevy Chase, I understand, was the guy
I love Chevy, you know, when I was a kid watching Saturday Night Live, Chevy was always my favorite guy. So then when I wrote this movie, I put Chevy in it. I put all the guys I loved. Chevy, the great Don Rickles, funniest guy ever.
Yeah.
And Chris Farley's in it, all the guys I love.
And this is the last movie Chris made, right?
This is the last one he made, yeah.
Were you real close friends with him?
Yeah, he was a great, great man. He was always funny. You ever have him here on the show?
Yes, we had Chris on the show. We had a Mother's Day segment once where we had, or did I see that on your show, where the mothers of the stars came out? That was this. You know, I watch your show a lot.
It was either on your show or you saw it on television.
Yeah, I just can't remember. Well, from time to time, we've had the folks on from Saturday Night Live.
You know, when you've been on for as many years as we have, you can't remember really where you ever met anybody.
Well, let me tell you about you, what I loved about you in addition to Bob Dole. Bob Dole says no. He does the greatest impression of Burt Reynolds doing Celebrity Jeopardy. I'm telling you, it's a classic. A classic. Chewing the gum. Chewing the gum and watching the MC, you know, and then coming out with his own real quick, making his decision.
He just does it real quick.
It's great stuff.
He says like he says everything real slow and cool, you know. Like he'd go, if he was here, he'd go, Regis, you're a good guy. And that'd be it, you know.
Yeah, so true. He snaps that little face to him.
Yeah.
He's the coolest.
I miss him and I miss Dole. And what was the other classic? Oh, Larry King, you did.
Oh, yeah, I love doing
Now,
Larry
Rich,
King.
do your Larry King
Let's
for
hear
him.
you.
Here's my Larry King.
All right.
It's going to be quick, but right to the point, baby.
Okay.
And don't steal this from me.
All right.
Larry King on the phones.
Okay.
Altoona, go ahead. All right. Let's give the kid a break.
That's it. No, I don't do him from his radio show. I just do him from the, because he has his article in USA Today.
His column,
His column.
Yeah.
And all it is he just, anything he thinks of, he writes it down.
Sure, his thoughts.
A king's thoughts.
Yeah, and they're just like completely random. Like he'll go like, blue is a great color, but for my money, yellow is the best. It's like crazy.
That's all Larry.
Supposed to make you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. He goes, I don't care what anybody says. Hitler was a bad man. No one disagrees with that.
Of course not. What's the matter with Larry? Doesn't he know that by now?
Well, what did you take?
He proposed to me once.
Really? What did he say?
Just on commercial break, he asked me if I'd like to be his next wife.
What did you take it when he said, I don't... Is this bragging for me to say I don't take Viagra? What do you make of something like that?
Who doesn't take Viagra?
Larry King in his column recently wrote, is it bragging to say I don't take Viagra?
I'd love to take that Viagra. This is what's odd to me about Viagra. It's only for impotent guys, right? And it lets you have sex for like 4 hours. And so meanwhile, who's the guys that can have 4-hour sex? The impotent guys.
It's just not fair.
It's not fair.
We're going to pause. We'll come right back with Norm MacDonald.
Monday on Live, Joan Rivers.
Let's talk about this new movie called Dirty Work.
Dirty Work.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to do it.
I read the synopsis of it. It sounds like a lot of fun. 2 guys who just can't seem to get it together, right?
Yeah, we can't get it together, so the only thing we're good at is getting back at people. Yeah. So we open a revenge for hire business.
I like this. This is good.
So if you need revenge, you see, you'd come to me and I'd figure out a revenge. Let's suppose there was somebody that was getting, was a mean, then you...
Treating you unfairly.
Exactly.
Well, I would come to you and say, I want revenge.
Yes, and I'd figure out a way to get you revenge.
Well, you do this in the movie to Don Rickles, don't you?
Yeah, Don Rickles was great.
Well, what did he do to deserve some revenge?
He was just Don Rickles.
What I love is that I read that you wrote insults for him. He didn't like them at all. He wrote his own insults.
Yeah, he just did. We just said, do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can't.
And he just insulted us. And it was great because it's funny when he insults you and it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like he'll just go up to you and go, listen, why don't you go to Alaska and live in a shed with a rake? And you go, what does that mean? What is that?
You're talking to the right person. He thinks he loves Don Rickles.
Great.
God.
As a matter of fact, we have a clip from the movie featuring Don.
Oh, great. Let's look at it.
Let's take a look at a scene from Dirty Work, Norm MacDonald and Don Rickles.
Have a nice day. He happens to be one of the sweetest guys in the world. That's the irony of it, He really is.
So you like acting, huh? So this could be the beginning of a whole new career for you. Just like Chevy left Saturday Night Live, went out to Hollywood, became a big movie star.
Well, acting is tough. I mean, one of the toughest things is you don't have your own name. Like, my name's Norm, as you well know.
Sure.
And my character's name in the movie was Mitch, you see? So in the scenes, like, a guy would say to me, hey, we better get going, Mitch. And I go, huh? And then they go, cut,
right. You're not used to this.
Right. So then the next time they go, let's get going, man. We got to get going, Mitch. And I go, yes, me, Mitch. Let's get going. I'm Mitch. And then they go, cut.
And Bob Saget directed this.
Yeah, well, there's bad news and everything.
How is young Saget?
He's actually right over
Bob,
there.
Come on over here.
Bob Saget.
Stand over there. Stand over there, man.
Nice to see you two guys survived making this movie together.
Well,
Bob's a great man. Bob's a great man.
And a good woman. We've been together for a while.
And now he's a big movie director.
He's a big movie director.
If it's a big movie.
Tell him what Rickles said to you when he first met you about what Scorsese.
Oh, Rickles actually said, Bob, you're very, very tall. You're very tall. Martin's very short man. That was it.
No, remember Scorsese met you when he first heard? He's outdoors.
I don't remember.
He said, Rickles meets him and he goes, because he did Casino with Martin Scorsese. Sure. And he goes, I just talked to Martin and I told him you were my next director. And he went, ah!
Oh, that's He left me a message. He called me at my office and he said, I don't understand. He left this message. He said, I hit 2 in pound and I hit 3 in pound. I don't know how your Jew spaceship works. He says, call me Saget. I miss you. Don Rickles. It's very funny.
How is he as an actor?
He's really good.
Yeah? Big
he
future?
is. Yeah. I think the man is incredibly talented. I'm not just saying that because we have a movie opening on June 12th. No, he's in full commitment. He says he wouldn't answer to, the name Mitch, but he did. Not to me, but to other people.
Well, you gave it 100%, huh?
Now, can this guy become a romantic leading man in the movies?
Yeah, he turns me on. No, I think, all kidding aside, I've talked to a lot of ladies, a lot of ladies, and they all say they find this man very sexy, and they think his...
What else do you need?
His eyes. They love his eyes.
Beautiful eyes.
Oh, your beautiful eyes. They twinkle.
And he's got those Tom Selleck dimple things happening.
Oh, yeah. This is the new Tom Selleck, absolutely.
He's got the little wavy hair thing happening. Yeah.
I think you're getting to Kathy Lee.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, so it opens on June 12th,
June 12th.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, man.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here. Young Saget, good to see you, baby. You did it. We'll be right back with Mrs. Green Thumbs.
It's funny with Saturday Night Live, isn't it? The people that either they go on to huge fame or they fizzle into oblivion generally.
Yeah. And it's...
then there's me.
And then there's you.
No, but...
It won't go away. Come on, baby.
This is the New York Times bestseller list, not the New York News.
Yes, New York Times bestseller list. And by the way, I didn't know...
I call it the New York News rather than New York Daily News.
Well, that's great. Anyway... That's Don Rickles channeling me. God bless Don Rickles. I love him so much. I know it's in my fiber uncontrollably. Well, that's good.
Look at you. How's this? How's it doing? Hello, ice cream. Having a good time? Running around? What are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig, huh? You think that's funny?
Oh, no, I was just laughing earlier when you were talking to his belly.
But you get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody. Got a personality like a dead moth. What's the matter with you? Have you always been like this? How you got this movie, I'll never know.
Hey, you're a hot fucking piece of ass.
Look at that. I do all my shopping at the mall. Have you ever been to Forever 41?
Forever 41?
Norm, you're dressing like you're going to help somebody move. You're wearing sweatpants to the biggest show in YouTube history.
This is the biggest show on the internet.
You dress like you're going to paint the set.
He can't help himself.
Norm, thanks for dressing up.
Hey, Sarah, listen, man. Congratulations. That's the 100th time that joke.
Our next roaster used to be on Saturday Night Live. Now he just watches it. Well, up until last week when a hooker stole his TV. Please welcome the incoherent Norm MacDonald.
Yeah, you know who you look like in profile? Brando.
Oh, Marlon Brando?
Yeah.
Towards the end?
I'm not kidding.
Norm MacDonald, God bless you. Watching your set was like watching Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Why, I don't think there's a person in here that would not love to watch Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Are you still Canadian, or did you renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11, remember what happened?
It's true I have a small world, but I now live in a community. And I have my mother who lives in the next building.
Mm-hmm. Are you in a condo?
Yes, I have a condo, and then my mother has a condo.
What time do you go to bed at? No, what time do you wake up in the morning?
It depends on when I go to bed, but I go to bed pretty late.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, because you know what
So you're done cuddling with your mom, and it's lights out about what time?
My mom goes to bed early,
so it's back to the unit.
But
Mom,
remember,
I got to stay up and gamble.
Remember, I live in a different place than my mother.
That's not what I hear.
Sleep in a different bed.
That's not the way I heard it, but I may be wrong. Is there gambling? Is there daily gambling going on?
You have me like Norman Bates. Let's see now your montage. This is very exciting for me because I never got a chance to see it.
I trimmed the fat. I think I got a nice short package here of all the greatest
trimmed the
hits.
fat.
So
Let's
if
take
we
a look.
could, let's roll the clip of the first day of the Masters.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
Very. I went to 250.
Everyone else is.
600. This guy says you guys are really going at those sandwiches.
way, those salt and pepper ones are peppery. So, it's got actually.
Listen, it's not your fault. Whatever. It's funny, I guess. I love it. That fucking thing went viral.
There's a good chance it might.
You see your face?
Oh yeah, it's me with a huge fat fucking face.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble. My doctor, he said he's not a very nice guy. He said, open your mouth and say oink.
Yeah, you need to get better insurance, Norm.
Insurance? He was calling me a fat pig.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to disagree with him.
Oh, Chasm.
I'm sorry, Norm. I've got an acid tongue.
You do. You're an acid-tongued Arab. So he said, yeah, he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to the wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, oh, you know, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? Yeah. I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now,
you came over, didn't you?
A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11?
Hey!
I was working at Art's
the deli coffee shop.
Deli and coffee shop, bussing tables. So Andy comes up to me and he goes, hey man, I got a way to make some money. I said, what is your way? He goes, I'm going to become a male prostitute. So he comes to me the next day and he says, hey, I'm buying breakfast. I says, why is that? He says, I made $450.05 last night. And I said, well, who on earth gave you 5 cents? He said, every one of them.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's jokes.
Stop it! Both of you! Whoa!
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt, but they were doing my mic backstage, and I really just caught the end of that joke. Do you mind repeating it? Was that okay?
Yeah, start that again, would you, Norm?
Something about a Swedish.
Yeah, there was a Swedish German guy named Andy Richter. That was a 40-minute story!
It's like somebody...
Youthful purpose?
Youthful purpose!
Yes!
It's like somebody saying, I gotta show you something. They take you on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay. Well, there's your reel for CBS.
Yeah, I do. I know that. I knew a lot of things before you started doing this stupid podcast. Let me tell you something. Why don't you get something that is semi-professional? You're a bunch of asswipes. Right now I'm getting on a bus and I'm going to scream out the window and I'll reach 20 more people than you did tonight. I'm telling you, don't ever call me again. Don't ever try to get a hold of me. I will never do this shit.
Angry over the Atlanta Braves and Cleveland Indians' use of Indian caricatures as logos, Native Americans showed up at the World Series tonight. They chanted for hours to protest Indian stereotypes, though it didn't help their cause any when it started to rain. Native Americans in upstate New York are trying to block plans to build a Kmart on the site of a Mohican burial ground. In addition, they were upset to learn that sales at this particular Kmart will be announced, "Attention Kmart savages." In Michigan, State Historical Commission officials say they will not interfere with the building of a new major sports stadium, even if construction unearths historical artifacts. However, state Indian Affairs officials say that if relics from a Native American tribe are found, they would like to have the land set aside and designated as a sacred tribal burial ground / giant casino. In Wisconsin, students at Menominee High School are desperately fighting efforts by the politically correct to change their team nickname the Indians.
Already, opponents of the name have rejected the students' first compromise, the Drunken Indians. They feel that's almost worse in a way, you know? In Bridgeport, Connecticut, the Staticoti Indian tribe is seeking recognition by the Bureau of Indian Affairs in order to open either a manufacturing company or a casino. I wonder which one they'll choose. Manufacturing company or the casino. In Norwich, Connecticut, a local museum has made a long overdue effort at racial reconciliation by returning 21 ancient tribal artifacts to the Mohegan Indians. But as for everything else in the country, we'll be keeping that. Yeah. It's good news, really. We don't have to give any of it back.
It's like the difference between the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins. I can see where Redskin might upset somebody just a little. I don't think you're ever going to get it changed, but at least it is a bit denigrating. But Indians, isn't that? I never understand that.
Oh, you don't understand that?
No. What?
Well, here's the thing, man.
Or Braves.
I have no formal education,
mm-hmm.
and as a matter of fact, I don't have any informal education. It's not like I'm hanging out with professors on the weekend, right?
Yes.
But this is the way I understand it. Old Chris Columbus,
mm-hmm.
he sailed over here,
right.
and then he got here, and he thought it was India.
Jesus, what a dolt. And that's the source of us all.
Yeah, so he goes, hey, man, look at all those Indians.
All right. Oh, that's it.
And then one of his buddies goes, hey, man, we took a wrong turn at the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is America. and then he goes, hey, you Indians better get the hell out of here. You're not even in the right country.
Well, once you're about to take a country from somebody, you cannot refer to them as Native Americans. It only makes your task harder. They will fight harder because you've already told them you assume that it is their property. But my feeling is at some point there were an ice people, a horde of almost Piltdown men-like creatures who the Indians or whatever, the Native Americans came in and took this from. Isn't that the way of the world, Norm? That eventually everybody takes something.
What's a Piltdown, man? You talking about the old days?
I'm sorry to throw you off the scent of the conversation. I'm talking about in Paleolithic times. I assume that the Native Americans were not native here either, but came down and took this from somebody else. That's just the way of the world.
Yeah, everybody takes everything. Listen, Mother Nature is a brutal bitch.
Mm-hmm.
A red-clawed,
paint the picture.
Machine that eats and
shrieking harridan.
Yeah.
So Jenny, what month was your issue?
Quoting Churchill.
May of 08. Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was a Russian girl.
Uh-oh.
And my nickname's Genocide, so I think that was kind of funny.
What?
Why is that? It's funny because there was a genocide.
In Russia?
Only about 70 years ago. Against the Russian people.
Who still lives? But me. That's not a
You
joke.
first. Czechoslovakia. No, it was not. It wasn't a complete genocide.
What do you mean?
No, it was.
Well, Stalin was a mass murderer.
Only Jewish people seem to get really offended by my nickname.
There are fives in a cake. Right.
Well,
because they're the only ones that.
Well, the only true genocide was the.
Another one this way, Sam. That was a true genocide.
Wow. What?
The American Indians was a true genocide.
No, that was for land.
No, that was justified.
That was for land. We were taking their property.
No, it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter what the motive?
No, the genocide.
Yeah, the motive is to just hatred of a race to exterminate them without a political or economic agenda.
What we did with the
Indians. Well, it's not justifiable.
No, who's saying it's justified?
I said, well, just got
I'm just wondering how it's
Just one counterpoint.
You've never heard the legal term justifiable genocide? Hitler was out of his mind at the
Is Norm MacDonald.
Thank you. Thank you, but I am sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award on behalf of Melissa McCarthy.
I instead have chosen to give my time to a friend who has something very important to say.
My name is Johnny Two Feathers. While you enjoy tonight's show, I want you to think about something. The spot where you're sitting, every square foot of ground in this country was stolen from my ancestors. And after you stole it, you murdered them. So you'll forgive us if we do not laugh along. There is nothing funny about the extermination of a people. The theater stinks of blood. That's all I have to say. Oh.
Johnny Two Feathers, everybody. Johnny Two Feathers. Give him a wave, Johnny. Oh, Johnny, you don't want to wave? All right. Well, Johnny Two Feathers, everybody.
Why did Mike Tyson break up with his girlfriend?
Which one?
At first, he thought she was irresistible. But then they started having irreconcilable differences.
That's just whack.
It's about your ear, man. What are you whispering about? We gotta go?
20 seconds till we're off.
20 seconds, man, to read that joke.
How many people have to die before we finally do something about dropping pianos?
It was good to see those workaholic guys, because I personally am a workaholic. For many years, I was helplessly addicted to workahol. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Here's an interesting thing. Do you ever notice this?
Yeah.
Penny Youngman
Yeah.
is an old man.
Yeah.
But Gary Oldman is a young man. What about Paul Newman is an old man?
You got another one?
What about Gary Mann is a guy who works over at Comedy Central?
Is that what happened?
I don't know. I'll tell you this about Johnny Depp. He's taken this sexiest man alive thing and he's using it to his benefit, as all good people in show business should. The new movie he's doing, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, he'll be doing full frontal nudity to...
Is that true?
Yeah, it's rated R!
Oh my God! The hell was that?
The Winona Ryder is in trouble. She took the stand today, and now the stand is missing.
Who's your hero? Who's my hero? I don't really have a hero per se.
Don't have one, huh?
Well, there's not a person I hold up as like, wow, that's my hero.
No, never had a hero.
Well, no, I mean, comedy-wise, I would say like the Marx Brothers or Monty Python. Those guys.
Those guys are Dabney Coleman?
Dabney Coleman's
all good choices.
But
I like the troops. I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the...
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now,
causes diabetes.
Well, that's terrible. Then they amputate your leg.
Not always. Sometimes you go blind.
Sometimes you go blind. Yeah. Sometimes both. And then you can't. At least you can't see that you only have one leg.
You know what I like about this show? It's not afraid to take on the issue.
Yeah. I was in Cambodia once. I ate a brain. It was brain.
Really?
Yeah, mine was stupid. Now, what about this joke here?
It's kind of a weird feeling watching the Flintstones lately.
Yeah, it's weird watching Flintstones.
Sure, yeah.
How so?
With their Stone Age drive-in movies and their caveman bowling, it just seems so dated.
It does in a way.
Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil.
Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. Remember how fucking skinny and ugly she is, and they'd always want to fuck her? Oh, yeah, this would be a good joke for this. You could do the music after this joke. A man in France tried to rob a bank using underwear as a mask. The cops put him in jail right after a quick debriefing.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something. Yeah.
A Florida man was arrested for stealing a truck filled with $75,000 worth of Campbell's soup. I, for one, hope this guy goes away for good.
Wow, there you go. I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
The Al-Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
So they're not all bad, you know?
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses. Tim Tebow's time in New York wasn't a total loss. He had a monument built to him in Central Park, a bench.
This, to me, is the quintessential Kevin Nealon joke. To me.
Oh, I'd like to see what you think is my quintessentialness. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Half the time she's Zeta, the other half she's Jones.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh, God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse.
I read a story, a 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical, right?
Makes sense, right? There you go. I don't know if this counts as an NCAA Cinderella story, but one of the Marquette players said he had help making his uniform from a bunch of singing mice and birds.
I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. You know, you ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a true story, actually. I once missed a day of cosmetology school, and later I had to make a makeup class. Wow. Ariel Castro, the Cleveland kidnapper and rapist, must have had a very difficult upbringing. His last name's the same as a ruthless dictator, and his first name's the same as an adorable little red-haired mermaid.
Mermaid?
Recent studies show fish can communicate with each other using subtle physical gestures. One of their most common messages, "Let's leave this party early."
What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
It's a good chance.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
Police in Tennessee arrested a teenage girl when they found a loaded handgun in her vagina. When questioned, her boyfriend said, "I guess that explains why my cop..." I can't say that word. "I guess that explains why my cock kept getting blown off." I don't get it. No, a tractor trailer flipped over, releasing millions of bees, which stung the driver hundreds of times. Speaking from the hospital, the driver said, No flowers?
Hey, how about this one?
Yeah, okay.
This is a terrible story. The
The
Nigerian
kidnapping victim in Nigeria are being forced to marry their captors. I'm glad to hear these kidnappers are old-fashioned.
In a way.
Yes, yes.
In a way, I mean,
guy, he was a prize fighter. He once broke both his hands in a fight against a washer-dryer that he got on The Price is Right.
What? Why The Price is Right?
He was a prize fighter and he won it on The Price is Right. He won the prize.
A prize fighter.
Yeah, and he won the prize, and then
man.
he had a fight against it, which was washer-dryer.
God damn it. Hey, by the way, I've noticed the term adult toy always refers to something you can shove up your asshole and never like a big race car, like for a grown-up.
Another good observation.
Yeah.
Playboy magazine has done away with the nude photo layouts altogether. In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether altogether.
Oh man.
That's a sort of radio DJ joke, I feel.
The way you,
we have to
your
deliver
voice,
with that, right?
delivered it.
In other words,
amazing.
they've eliminated ladies in the altogether altogether. Here's Taylor Swift.
It's a joke, an Adam Egget joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egget.
Egget. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret. Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egget has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I remember Jackie and I remember them having an argument.
But Kinnison
Did he owe him money?
Yeah, Rodney never paid. Somehow he didn't remember that.
Here's a story about Rodney, man. He was fucking guy. Kept doing coke and shit, even when you get scared at some point. You stop doing drugs.
Yeah. Right.
Most humans.
Not him.
This fucker, 80, whatever he was, doing all kinds of shit. Saga told me the story, right? So he's in the hospital, and he's got a fucking brain tumor that's going to cause a heart attack. All this crazy shit, right?
Right.
So everybody's worried about him. Just leaves the hospital 2 days later, right?
Walks out on his own.
Yeah, so he's in the comedy store with two hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh my goodness!
So this is 2 days later.
Yeah.
So Saget told me he walked in, he was like completely shocked. He said, "Rodney, how you doing, man? Well, what's going on?" He goes, "How are you doing?" And Rodney goes, "How am I doing?" He goes, "I'm sitting here with two whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?"
Still very quick.
Yeah.
He was a genuine character. I know guys who went into meetings with him about a movie.
Yeah.
He'd show up late in a bathrobe with his balls hanging out.
Yeah.
And like legendary stories of it. You talk about not giving a fuck. You worship that. You want to be that guy who doesn't give a fuck, right?
I met Rodney, man, when I was fucking. I made the worst mistake ever, which I was in the fucking hotel, and I loved Rodney and shit. I didn't know him, and I was coming down in the casino. I was coming down the fucking elevator, and Rodney was in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God, it's Rodney. I gotta say something to him. So anyways, I'd worked on some stupid fucking thing with this director who said he worked with Rodney.
Yeah.
So I used that as a thing, right? So I go, hey, Rodney. I go, we have a common friend. He goes, who's that? I go, Paul Johnson. He goes, that cocksucker. He goes, that fucker's no friend. And there's a full elevator. That fucker's no friend of mine. You tell him he can suck my dick. I'm like, oh, I'm not his friend. I'm not his friend.
And you hear these stories that Rodney was sort of a bitter guy because he made it late in life and all that. But yet he was a sweet guy because
he helped everybody.
I mean, he did something for me that I'll never forget. Like I appeared on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno back when I would work with that scumbag.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. He's a great guy. Anyway, I went on the Tonight Show and Rodney called me at my house. Now I didn't know Rodney. He just says, "Hey, Howard." I just want to tell you, when I used to do shows, no one ever called me. No one ever said I did good. I knew what you were doing up there. You were great. You were doing a great job.
Cool.
And I was like, wow, Rodney, dangerous. I mean, because he's the guy. If he thinks you did okay, I must have done okay.
Yeah.
So what a tremendous, nice thing to do for somebody.
Unbelievable. Well, I met him on Saturday Night Live because he came and did, when I did Update, he came and did some jokes on his 75th birthday. So we have to do dress first at 8:30 and then at 11:30 the show, you know?
Right.
So he comes and he's like, hey, Norm, I got to fucking talk to you, you know? So I go in and I'm like, Mr. Dangerfield, it's great to meet you. That's the first time I ever met him. He goes, listen, man. He goes, what the fuck, man? Why am I doing it at 8:30, you know? I know my fucking jokes. I'll just come back at 11:30. I go, I don't know how it works, Rodney. You got to do it. He goes, God damn. He goes, let me tell you something, kid. This was his advice to me.
Kid.
He goes, let me tell you something, kid. He goes, this fucking TV shit, you know? He goes, this waiting around all the fucking time. It's a bunch of all shit, you know? It's shit. He goes, it's the same with fucking movies, you know? You're in the movie, and then you're in the fucking trailer all the time. That's all you're doing is fucking jerking off in the trailer, you know? He goes, it's all shit, kid. He goes, remember this and remember it. Remember it forever. Stand up, man. That's all there is. Stand up.
And he meant it.
Then there's a fucking 5-minute pause. He's looking me right in the eyes. He goes, stand up, shit.
He forgot. It's all shit.
Okay, well.
A negative guy. Yeah, it's just great, though. What a funny man. Just naturally funny man. Is it true that, was Richard Pryor a huge hero of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Was his last television